An Audible production.
Should I tell everybody how I discovered the Cher voice?
Did you not just watch the Trixie Mattel video and copy her?
Oh, Cher, bitch.
Because is it Cher or is he Tracy Turnblad?
I'm Cher, bitch. Like, how I discovered my Cher impression was I decided
Becoming my true self. Discovering Cher.
How I think John Travolta got the Edna Turnblad voice down was by doing a Cher impression. Vis-a-vis. I think I've already done it for this.
You have. This is the third time you've done it.
The third time. Tracy, wait till your father gets home and sees what you did. Is it good?
It is very good.
The horrors persist, and so do we.
And so do we.
Which brings us to... Sorry,
episode.
I keep speaking over you.
I know, but we'll do it again. We're on the 14th hour of this filming day. True professionals. So we are. True professionals. And in the spirit of it being the last one and it being spooky night time, it's about 1:30 in the morning right now, 1 a.m.
It's 25 to 2.
25 to 2. We thought we would do horror.
The horrors.
And that could be
middle-aged
interpreted... middle-aged.
Mm-hmm.
Says you. Okay?
Can I tell you
Don't
the
put that
worst
label on me.
date I've ever been on?
You absolutely can. And I want to be shaking in my boots. I want to feel it down my spine. I want it to loosen my bowels. Go ahead.
Really quickly. Basically, I met this guy on the bus. Because I'm a bus driver, right?
Secret law. You used to drive buses.
So, like, we're hanging out. It's a good time. And we're just sitting. We're talking about stuff. And at this point, I've got one tattoo, right?
So can I ask just for a bit of context? He came and sat next to you on the bus.
Yeah, well, we've spoken before on one of the popular gay dating apps.
Okay, so you vaguely knew each other.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of the one and only time I've ever spoken to someone online and then awkwardly had to sit next to them after speaking a bit.
Well, I was just going to say that usually, sitting next to someone on the bus, hitting it off, ends up with a Craigslist red flag moment. And I went, oh no. And then I remembered the point of the story, which was that it was the worst date you've ever had. So actually, I think this is all tracking quite well.
I mean, have you ever
go.
like gotten off a bus and then received a message like 20 minutes later to say, you're always on that bus? That's haunting. Like, and this is...
Yeah, okay, thank you for calling me Paul.
I mean, but also just don't tell me when you've seen me.
Yeah.
I think this is a popular thing that people that put themselves out there online experience, which is like, it doesn't even have to be like just regular people, which I think is scarier. But if it's like maybe someone that watches you online and then says, oh, I saw you in the supermarket earlier. And I was like, okay, like, I mean,
cool.
Not that I'm begging for you to like alternatively come up and speak to me, but also
just shows you don't have rabid enough fans yet for them to, lose all sense of propriety to come over and ask for an autograph or touch you inappropriately, which is what we all want ultimately. Chasing fame, such as we are. I want to be rich and I want lots of money.
What?
Lily Allen.
Yes, of course.
That's one of my favourite.
I know the reference.
I know the reference.
I'm everywhere. I'm so Julia.
That wasn't very spooky. We need to get back on track.
See how that's there.
I said that to stay. So he sat down next to you. He said that he saw you on the bus all the time. Was that
no?
The
Like,
end
I mean,
of the story?
these were kind of two separate things that I'm blending into one. But ultimately, on the actual date, say date, it became this really weird thing where we ended up figuring out where we both worked, and then sometimes we would meet each other after we finished work to go get the bus together. And yeah, so basically that became a thing for like a couple of weeks, and
that's kind of the start of a very cute thing, right?
And the end.
Okay.
Just basically, I mean, I'm over egging it to a very probably pure punchline, but basically we were hanging out one day, like I think we got coffee, probably a hot chocolate back then, given that I was only 20.
Hadn't experienced anything yet.
Nothing. So when we were like sitting and chatting, I was like, at this point I only had one tattoo. It was the Velma tattoo, which I will insert a picture for all of our visual viewers. And I remember he kind of disapprovingly scoffed at me and said, "What made you get that? Did someone dare you to do it?" And I was like, "Oh no,
It's really harrowing stuff.
really harrowing. Don't do Velma like that.
No,
Not so.
no.
She's got
Somebody
glasses.
dare you to do it.
Sort of ableist, if you ask me."
I couldn't imagine
Scooby-Dooby-
tattooing a spectacled woman on me. But spectacles are in now.
Yeah, of course. They're cool.
So Julie are.
Scooby-Dooby, do not deck me out like that.
Scooby, do not take me down
Do not. It was
without consent.
incredible. And basically, I just turned to him and said, "All right, mate, what piece of shit tattoos do you have then?" This boy raises up his arm to expose a picture of his father and the date in which he'd been murdered.
I think you have told me this before, but I was not expecting murdered. I was expecting died.
Like, yeah. But I guess that's just, but like, why not just like a picture of the dad to remember it? Why specifically write the date in which he was knifed outside of the Royale? Like,
did it say knifed on this day?
I don't know. Like, but just like, I don't know. Maybe it was just a picture of his dad. Like, I can't remember now. But I just think, what a terrible story.
In
And I had
the
to
moment,
switch
how did
buses.
you feel?
Like,
In the moment, how did you feel?
really embarrassed. I mean, I think you kind of do that thing where you kind of crawl outside yourself and go, "Oh, we'll just keep pushing." But I did not speak to this boy again.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. No, I don't think I have any comparable dating stories besides like being caught when I was like 13 going to McDonald's on a date with this boy who was not very attractive, and like he made some interest in me, so I, made a point of going, but probably for selfish reasons. And then when I got there, I was like, oh, he's really not for me at all. And then I got caught by two people in my year who were also on a date, and it was the most embarrassing thing, which is terrible because I was embarrassed because, I mean, to be vulnerable, I think I was embarrassed because I was like, I thought I was out of his league, you know what I mean? So essentially,
How
I was
old are you here?
like 13 or whatever. But I think that really doesn't reflect anything other than badly on me, actually, now that I'm saying that. Yeah. And then I got my mum to come pick me up. And that's about it. There's no sordid dating history.
No trauma. I mean, to be fair,
It's the lack of things that has created the trauma for me. It's the lack. Which Laura Mulvey will tell you, any feminist, old school feminist scholars will tell you, it's because we don't have a penis. It always comes back to the fact we don't have a penis. It's what I'm lacking in. That's the truly eldritch horror.
no phallus, no malice.
Love that. Taking that.
I'm trademarked.
Trademarked.
Trade back
I think
to
I
this.
sound really throaty now, and not in a sexy way, just because we've been talking so much.
Yeah.
You know the way.
I sure try to. I always try to listen to women.
Not successfully.
Get away from me, you slut.
All right. Do you have any more horror stories, or do you want to segue into horror icks or actual horror tropes?
Oh, like, okay, what are you sick of seeing in horror movies now?
In horror movies or in men?
The two are interchangeable.
Interchangeable. I get frustrated when the trailer does a better job of conjuring up the vibe of the movie.
No pun intended.
Conjuring. Thank you.
Terrible franchise.
Does a better job of encapsulating basically the whole of the movie and evoking the movie better than the actual movie ever would. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm like, you really need to, I don't know if this is a thing, but there needs to be like a separate award shows for the people that edit together the fucking trailers. Because,
for sure.
Because they do a better job.
One of my, and I think autistic techs, is that right? Whatever. Is that I will spend sometimes.
Oh, you've done this
entire
with me
evening.
before.
Like I'll be like, some people walk there, like obviously some people are out there listening to music. I think everyone's out there listening to music, but I'll like spend a full evening listening to trailers in my ear. Like popular ones for me include Silence of the Lambs, Mary Queen of Scots, starring Saoirse Ronan and Margot Robbie.
These aren't even horror movies.
No, well, I mean, to be fair, this is just something on its own. I'll do like a lot of Saoirse Ronan movies.
She's pregnant.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
Is she with Richard Madden?
No, she's with Jack Loudon. Loudon? The guy from Slow Horses.
Oh yeah, the guy that was in Mary Queen of Scots with her.
My friends have just moved out but used to live in Delston, and they would see them around all the time, apparently. I'm like, fucking shut up.
God,
Yeah.
I love
I know.
Saoirse
My parents saw, this is not very horror related, but my parents saw, is it called like the Outpost or something, which is a Saoirse Ronan film that came out fairly recently about a lassie who's like in her late 20s and like is borderline alcoholic.
Oh, I saw this. It's called
Cry.
Maybe it's like Outcry, or she's got blue hair.
Yeah.
You really spun me on, but it was really good.
Yeah. So, and then she goes through this whole process of like finding herself and shit. And my parents watched that film, and I got a text off my mum saying, "Just watched that film. Reminded me of you. Really upset."
Oh, because I mean, to be fair, it's kind of, I mean, because you are her in this
it's
movie.
Gag. Is
because
it not?
It's a girl with questionably coloured hair
Who
who
loves
moves
to party.
to the big city from a rural area,
Loves to party.
and she kind of finds it such a departure from growing up, without a lot going on, to all of a sudden being in a big city with lots going on, and maybe taking it too far and not quite knowing how to
come back from that.
creep back from.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously,
and a sober journey. And I'm like, so my mum basically being like, yeah, made me think of you. Actually got really upset in the cinema.
Oh.
And they didn't say anything else like, oh, but we're not worried about. No, she just left it there. The horror. The horror of it all. So that's good. So I'm about to go on my sober arc, apparently, moving back to live with my parents, stunted adult child. That's the horror. I tell you that for free. Because it's so silent at my parents' house, because there's no, like, after about 10 p.m. at night, you'd maybe get about 6 or 7 cars until dawn. So very, very, very quiet, basically. And there's a caravan site right next to my parents' house. And if I look out of the window, there's just like this really creepily lit, very poorly lit, big expanse. And every time I open the blinds, I go, Pennywise will be standing there watching me.
Oh.
And he never is.
Oh.
And what's wrong with me that he doesn't want me? It's the lack.
Not a child.
It's the lack again.
There's only one thing worse than a child. Oh wait, a child.
A child.
It's like, I know Saoirse, but like she
was trying hard.
She was trying hard, and the thing is, she's a cool person, and the character was like quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
But you could just tell without like a drink in her, or like the incentive to go drinking. She found it hard to socialize and be like, oh, I'm just back. She's like, I've just came back home, and I don't know a lot of young people in the area. And she was like, oh, do you want to go for a drink? And the guy was just like, oh no, I'm like going to get like drinks with my actual friends. That's what making friends is like in your 20s, when you don't want to go drinking.
That's the horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Well, that is something I'm about to
embark upon.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the climbing gym.
Oh, lesbian bouldering.
I
would say this year compared to last, just try to save money and everything, because I'm on my little get out of debt journey before 30. So I can do real things like drive, buy a house.
How are you going to like reenact the plot of Sex and the City with all this debt? You can't be buying clothes
well,
like
that show
Karen.
in and of itself is financially all over the place. How is this woman buying £400 pairs of shoes with a job at the New York Journal or something, writing about something with like $4 a word or something
like
just
that? I hate to break it to you, it's just not real.
It's not real.
It's not realistic, really.
It's a TV show.
It was the only unrealistic thing about that show.
Well, just the transition from last year, which I felt was heavily my big in the city vibe, which was like constantly meeting new people and having new experiences, romantic or otherwise, and then transitioning out of that into a year where it's about saving money and kind of
So you're having your own social journey.
Creating a smaller circle. Only this time I'm not like an alcoholic. I just stopped drinking altogether, basically. But, you know,
I think the debt is another. That's horror.
that's horror. The horrors. I don't really understand why I was given a credit card at 22 with not one financial.
Did you at any point go, what am I doing? Or was it just kind of like, fuck it?
Yeah, it was always, oh, fuck it. I was like, oh, I have all this money now. I have basically $4,000 to spend for free. And so I went to Canada, went to an Avril Lavigne concert, came back, paid it all off during COVID. No, did I? No, I didn't. I kind of just kept it. I didn't spend that much money. I think I racked up a little bit, and then boom, I moved out the house at 23, and then spent, you know, most of my money, the rest of the credit limit, just living in the town for 6 months. No, it wasn't even a year. And then I came back home, spiffed the rest of it up the wall.
I suppose it was never real money. You know what I mean? You weren't doing real finances at that point. It was like you were playing moving out rather than actually moving out.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
It was also playing house.
Playing house.
Playing house.
That's what they say, don't they? That's a turn of phrase.
Mm-hmm.
So it is.
I've had 2 crushes in the last 5 years. One I moved in with after knowing for a month. I was telling everybody for ages that I didn't fancy him, and then
That's very you.
Very me.
Euan.
Very me. And then ultimately that ended up being great because we just became really good friends. And like, you know, that is like the perfect example of how it could go. But then other times you don't get that. You kind of just go, I put a lot into this and I really didn't get what I wanted. And then that's when all of the
And you've mugged yourself.
bullshit comes.
I know. So you say that's the real dating horror.
The real dating horror. What like
is the torture you bring upon yourself.
Thing is though, like, this is where I ask, is dating really a thing? Like, is it really not just spending time with someone to like work out whether or not you want them in your life forever or to whatever degree?
You have to give a name to that then, I suppose.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. It was just the fuck off. This makes no sense.
Like, are you doing it to just enjoy passing time with someone, or do you think it needs to be more of a clinical,
or
we're interviewing, we're ticking boxes?
We're ticking boxes, we're interviewing, it's a job interview, blah, blah, blah. But also maybe the more appropriate way to approach that is just to say, like, does dating exist, or can you date someone without them knowing? Right?
Yeah, you need two to tango.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, ultimately,
it's a duo. You need a duo to date.
I felt like I was dating this man that I moved in with, and then short and sweetly, like, I realized that it wasn't ever going to be that, and I didn't want it to be. But to me, that was dating. Like, we went to the movies together, we hung out, we had drinks, but only one of us knew it was dating.
The delusion of it all. Oh no. That could be a future episode, I think, is the things we delude ourselves into believing.
Well, as women.
And deconstructing them as women.
As women, and I say it all the time, we spoke about this loads recently. Women will fantasize themselves into whole relationships.
Like Sabrina says, you don't have to lie to girls because they'll lie to themselves.
For sure.
All you got to do is breathe and we'll forgive you.
Well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It's true.
It's very true.
Because, like, I mean, Jamie says it best. Like, men will place a lot of emphasis on the rationale. What actually is happening is what's happening. But us girls, we're terrible.
Yeah, but sometimes what's actually happening is you're being taken for a mug left, right and centre. You know what I mean? God forbid you pull all of these different aspects of how someone's treated you together and make a jigsaw out of it. And if that jigsaw spells out shite, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, God forbid I put that together and turn it around and show it to you when you didn't have the tools to put the jigsaw together. God, I'm full of good analogies.
But then also, they just don't know what's happening. Like, we project so much of what's happening to
what
us.
we want.
Yeah, and the potential of something, and then when we don't get what we want, and then put it back to that person, and they just go,
and then they go,
why did you have these expectations?
And then you
anyway.
Do like the shocked Pikachu face when you're like showing me the mirror, holding it up.
And what is that? Like, I mean, I can't even tell if we're both on the same page. Or are you saying we're right and they're wrong, or the other
Just
way?
saying, it's funny that we'd be shocked that you've expected too much of somebody, because like my ex-boyfriend Sean gave me, I think I've said this to you before, but a really lovely saying where he was like, why are you mad at someone for acting within their character? You know what I mean? They're only capable of acting the way that they always have, and it's you're the one that's, you know, gently, you're the one that's at fault for expecting more. But that's
Correct.
just the pessimism boots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But maybe you need that to protect yourself. Otherwise, you just get disappointed over and over again when other people don't reach your standards.
Yeah.
But if you're not willing to beat people over the head with your standards, or accept the fact that other people are not going to always reach those standards because they've got their own set of goals and standards, and you don't match up, the only person you're upsetting is yourself. My hypothesis, right, is that people that were born 96 to 99, right, are old enough to remember maps in cars before the TomTom, right, AOL, dial-up modems, family computer, right? These are all millennial things. But I also had a phone with a touch screen in my hands, an LG Town, mind, nothing particularly complicated, at the age of 10, but no earlier than that because they literally don't exist yet. So it's like, I think both technologies were given to me or experienced in primary school, and I think that's what makes you a cusper.
Oh yes,
Because a
like you had a
millennial-
blackboard, but there was also a whiteboard and like a smart. Sorry, it was a blackboard, but there was also a smart board in the room.
Oh yeah, and you had to calibrate it.
Oh yeah, like with the wee
Right, with the
thing.
dots.
The dots.
Yeah, so I think a millennial did not have phone until slightly too late for it to be messing with the brain chemistry. But a Gen Zer does not remember at all anything before TomToms, you know what I mean, maps in cars, that kind of prehistoric internet.
Why does Maps in Cars sound like a really great name for
Maps.
a band? Like,
Thank you for getting on my list. This is my favourite thing to do, is band names.
Uh-huh.
You've just come up with one there.
fantastic.
Good
Excellent.
stuff, good stuff.
It's like cigarettes after sex, but for losers.
Cigarettes After Sex is a fantastic name, but encapsulates and evokes in the mind a very specific kind of indie wank.
Do you know what?
I mean, it's very, I've said evocative too many times now, but
Do you know what my thing about dating is as well? Is that like I'll encounter, and it's not even dates, it's mostly my guy friends, where they'll get a little bit too comfortable with me and start telling me their weird shit. Is that like, I think, I can't tell if it's like a loser thing with all men or if it's like an adult thing that you're obsessed with. I think there's like one of three. I remember seeing this briefly.
Okay.
Bear with me. Is that like you are either if I don't know if it's your, it could be one of three things. It's either adult loser, autistic, or just man. But you've got one of three obsessions. You're either obsessed with Pokemon, you're obsessed with maps, or the moon.
what about the Roman Empire? That's the new version of it, isn't it not?
Interchangeable. I don't know about that.
Okay, but so do you mean it's like three types of
like
special interests?
special interests.
So it's a topic, a physical thing like the you know, the way that a map works,
yeah, just like looking at
right.
maps. I think
putting things into grid, topography, etc. What was the first one?
so. It was Pokemon.
Oh, games. So it's either gaming,
Geography.
engineering,
Engineering.
I suppose,
Sure.
and then topics,
Great.
science and history.
Mhm.
History. They
Men
love
love
the history.
it. Mhm.
They love that history. You know what I like doing? Sorting straight men into categories and putting them there and saying, no, you are like this, and watching them get angry.
But then also, that's probably one of the more endearing things I like about them is that they are just so simple sometimes that.
Predictable.
Oh, but then it also kind of falls into that terrible trope of men are stupid, therefore they're charming, and then therefore they must be
Himbos.
forgiven because they're not smart enough to know their
But
own
we
shortcomings.
don't like the weaponized incompetence of it all, but I do enjoy a himbo. You know, and I suppose there's a fine line in between those two.
For sure.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
know you like a himbo.
I sure do.
Can
if you're
you?
just big and stupid and you're not going to question anything that I do, of course I'm going to find that incredibly.
But you not see that as being very unstimulating in the long term? Or do you think there's something comforting about marrying a himbo
Well,
man?
ultimately, this is another
where it's like a human golden retriever and he'll always be there.
Well, I mean, I have friends that I can like inspire me to do things. Like ultimately, I just want someone that's going to enjoy me and, you know, support me. Give me like, I think that I mean, as confused as I am about potentially what you want from a relationship, if they can take me down and just nod and listen, that's 80% of what I want. And then the other 20% I can go fucking crazy with my girlfriends or boyfriends.
Everything you've just described there is nothing I want.
Oh.
We're literally the opposites. I do not want to be dicked down.
I'm opposite, I'm on the other side.
And I don't want someone to placate me with nodding. And like, if you listen to me but don't do anything, you're not proactive about doing anything to help me change, or like, you know, act on the things that you've listened to and learnt about me, then fuck, I'm just mothering you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
it just falls into the mothering trap. This is a whole other episode conversation of the plights of women and mothering. Are they a nag? Or are you a man, baby?
All I can think about is Jennifer Aniston in that movie, The Breakup, where he's just like, I don't feel like you appreciate me. I've picked your shit off the floor. I've laid your clothes out like a child. All you do is sit and... I don't know what he does in this movie. I can't even...
Oh, is this her doing the monologue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked you to pick me up 12 lemons. You only got me 3.
It's a tale as old as time.
Yeah.
I know.
And I just...
Weaponized incompetence.
Yeah, but then...
And that's the real horror.
I think this is just where my downfall is in dating. I just have no idea what to expect from a romantic partner, because I've said time and time again, I find all these things incredibly separate. Like, you know, as much as you would love someone that can provide you with all 3, like, you know, the top 3 with sex, romance, and companionship, ultimately. So like friendship, romance, sex. Sex?
You look like a 4th of July.
Oh, I'm taking the dog, dumbass.
Taking a dog, dumbass. Help. These gays are trying to kill me.
Jennifer Coolidge portion. Oh,
Done. Dusted.
We're terrible. We don't even talk about Kimberly Wimberly Jimberly.
Kimberly Jimberly. But I think that would have to come in an episode where we talk about some of our alter ego / characters / headcanons.
Should we do the Katie Bryce bit for me? No, what is her name? I don't know. Bryce, do it for me now. Do it for me now. Look at me. Look at me. Like, look at mine. Look at me now. Do it now.
Okay. To set the scene, we're in an interview space. If you can imagine, we're in an interview space, dark, like the one that Prince Andrew got interviewed in when he was sweating. Okay. And I'm a tough titties reporter type who does investigative journalism. Okay, and I'm holding Euan here to account because rumour has it he's turning 30 soon. How old are you?
I've always been raised to be now what I've always known as 26.
How old are you?
Well, I've known my whole life that on today's date that I would be what I've always understood that I could never actually comprehend.
So you're not answering my question. I said, how old are you? Not the spitting.
Not the spitting, and it was
what
terrible.
What did she actually say? I can't remember.
I can't remember. I never finished the full thing, but it is fucking brilliant.
We thought there might be like a wee moment where we cut back and forth, and every time we cut back to you, and he's drenched in more and more sweat.
Spitting. What is your favourite horror movie?
What's my favourite horror movie? I really liked Us.
Shut up.
I did.
Fuck off.
I tell you, I did.
Did you think it was going to go that direction? Like when everybody was the weird doppelganger version of themselves?
No. Well, I didn't really. I thought it was fucking batshit crazy.
But I
thought the bit where they're in the darkened, kind of shut down funhouse at the start, and the little baby Lupita Nyong'o confronts her doppelganger self. I thought that was, and the, you know, obviously her reflection in the mirror doesn't change with her. I thought that was one of the fucking most harrowing things I've ever seen. It was horrible at the time, and I also loved the twist at the end. I suppose it's not really a horror movie. Plus, it's got great Elizabeth.
What do you mean it's not really a horror movie?
Well, I mean it is, but like it's it doesn't put you into that horror environment and then keep you in suspense really, really like intensely the whole time. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes you'll get like a home invasion horror where like the entire time it's been ratcheted and ratcheted and ratcheted, and you never get any relief. But I feel like, you know, that was like quite plot story focused, so it's not like
I guess it
beating you over
did
the head
feel a
with
wee
it.
bit different, but yeah, I would still say it was just your average horror film.
Your bog standard horror.
Your box.
I'm biased because I went and saw it in the cinema by myself.
Me too.
Nearly shat myself. So
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of here for it up until the point, you know, there was more than just the family that.
when it was everybody.
Everybody, I just thought it would
It's
have been
started
so much
become a
more.
metaphor.
It would be so much more interesting if it was just that family, and they kind of kept it to that, and it was maybe. But I'm a sucker for like I was getting big home invasion vibes from the outset and throughout. So,
Well, Elizabeth Moss, being moided by her doppelganger, was good.
I liked the bit where the two twins got stabbed in the throat. That was great.
That was excellent.
But then that could have that's just me like hankering on for my favorite type of slasher, which is the home invasion, followed closely by woodland adventures that aren't bumming.
Poorly shot, poorly produced, retro shit.
In the middle of the day,
4 pixels.
we have
Daytime
more budget for a nighttime shoot in your little living room than any of these guys had in the 80s.
And look, we've spaffed it right up the wall.
Spaffed it right up the wall.
Yeah, we have. We've made nothing of substance. There you go. I did enjoy that as well.
Incredible.
I'm not a connoisseur of horror movies in the same way that Euan is. So you are always going to have...
Connoisseur.
Connoisseur.
You see that as if I'm a snob about it.
No, but it's your special interest.
Special interest.
You know, whereas it's never going to be that for me because I am a little pussy bitch. I watch horror movies when it gets really scary.
Did you ever see The Strangers? Liv Tyler, 2008.
Is this the one where they had the bags over the head?
Yeah,
or
and
is
they
that
like
Hostel?
remade it so recently with that Madeline Pursh from Riverdale, which was crazy. The only good thing about those movies was the hot gay boyfriend. And there's supposed to be 2 other movies of it coming out, but like they were both supposed to come out basically last year and this year, and they're still not here. Crazy.
Release them.
Release them now.
Release the Snyder
Back to
Cut.
back. Nobody will watch them. I will, but only to
Watch them.
It's a hate watch.
Yeah, for me, I'm a little pussy. So if I want to break the immersions of a horror movie because I'm too stressed, I'll watch it through my hands like this, and it breaks the jump scare. I'm trying to think of another one. Like, is it too typical to say I really liked It Follows?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That was different in a like unexpected way.
I think I like the gimmick of it, and I also like. Mind, I was saying earlier that one of my dad's favourite horror stories or short stories in written form is, I can't even remember the name and I can't remember the author, so this is terrible.
It's a great story.
Terrible content, but it's a horror concept where the monster is essentially just a malevolent force that's always in the corner of your eye, so you can always see it in your peripheral, but you can never focus on it, and it never leaves, and the horror of it never gets normalized, so it's always with you. And I think It Follows captures a little bit of that, the whole like creeping slow and steady, you can go as far as you want but it will catch up eventually kind of thing.
Do you know your whole little description of that is exactly when RuPaul on Drag Race says that whole thing of like
I just got the shivers, full body shivers from RuPaul. Your
inner saboteur, it's in the side view at all times. You can look but you don't stare.
You look RuPaul full of little nuggets of wisdom,
little bits and pieces. It's just that's kind of like what that is. I think that's what the metaphor for that is. It's that you'll always have those dark thoughts in the side view, but if you let them, you know.
Yeah, I do think that's quite horrifying. The idea of the malevolence. Oh, I like the Babadook as well. I thought that was fun.
You like a wee spooky number. I am quite the opposite. I just do it. I love like when bad people are doing bad things to real life people.
And that's a different the true horror.
It's true. I mean,
True
that's
horror.
why my dating life is so horrendous. It's just bad people doing bad things to other
Do
bad
you think
people.
you're consuming all the wrong kinds of media and then
Yeah, I just don't know
regurgitating it
how
out
to
into
treat
the
people
world?
right. I'm too busy watching them get yielded by axes. It's terrifying.
I wouldn't know a good boy
Mm-hmm.
if he axed me in the face.
Wouldn't know.
Yeah, no.
I
I
actually made my friends watch Jason X last Halloween, which is Jason in space.
Spacing.
Yeah, space.
Not
That sounds like
spacing.
space and spacey. Spacing.
Kevin Spacey. Horror.
Ah, well, he wasn't the first one.
Mm.
Space. What did you say? Spicy bacon. Spicy bacon.
Kevin Spacey.
That's fun. Oh no, that we're talking about 14 different people. Sissy Space Doc.
Sissy Spasic.
Ew. Mm-mm.
No?
It's not the direction we're heading on this time of night.
Not this kind of night. We'll
I
summon,
say all that to say.
we'll summon her.
Yeah. Lovely.
You can't say I say all that to say and have no concluding thoughts
I
immediately
can and I
after
have
it.
and I'll do it again.
And I'll do it again.
Sometimes there's nothing to say.
Because you've said it all.
Yeah, I was going to launch into a Take That song, but fuck that. Take that. Fuck that.
Not the Take That slander in this
All I
house.
do each night is pray.
I
What?
fucking love that song.
Oh, wait, no, that's right. Because you got the Robbie album.
I am a big Take That fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very spooky thing to say as a 26-year-old woman.
I actually went to go see the musical they made for it last year or the year before. It was the
I'm not into all of these different...
Greatest Day musical.
Yeah.
Right, that they wrote.
Didn't they do a TV show to get
They might have.
to cast people in that?
There was a cute wee Irish actress that played the lead in that, but it wasn't. I thought maybe Take That were going to be more obvious about the fact that they were the band in the movie, but they're just called the boys in the movie, and they don't even really see the concert. It's just them singing the songs that Take That have done.
So it's a jukebox musical, basically.
Jukebox musical with the Take That music. I'm still really holding out for the Avril Lavigne jukebox musical,
Mm-hmm.
the Shania Twain jukebox musical,
Mm.
and what's another really good one? At this point, Charlie XCX is such a hard worker. We'll get Brat the music, like it's already in the works.
We need to start sending letters to our representatives to get this
Letters.
through. You know, need to start threatening people.
Absolutely.
You know, or nothing's going to happen. Maybe this is our villain origin story right now, conjured up in the dead of night.
What about you? What is your character in a horror film? Are you the killer, the victim, or the gay best friend that dies first?
It depends on the type of film. Like if we're talking like Ash versus the Evil Dead, like if it's clearly the zombies are having more fun, or the
you
the
are
undead are having
the
more fun.
epitome of the malevolent spirit.
Yeah,
You
I'm
are.
like, babes, I want to be that fun zombie that like keeps doing cameos and just won't die. You know, keeps coming back. And
You're Freddy Krueger.
and like you have to hack more shit off me, and I just keep coming back because it seems ultimately, why would I try and survive an apocalypse? It's terrible. Why do I want to be the one pissing her pants in the middle of the night? I would like to die first or be turned, and help you out. I'm not channeling Gemma today. Clearly.
Gemma's in the kitchen eating a biscuit.
What is it? Gemma and Darren are in the garden playing with a lemon in a sock. That's my favourite quote. It's not even that good. It's just the one I remember the best.
Oh.
Oh.
What's you throw out a question. You can have the last word on this episode and then do the outro.
The last word.
We've been talking about the horrors of dating, horror movies, and also, the horrors.
I would like to ask, what would be your preferred way to die in a horror movie? If you could choose.
Just for comedic value, like I would like it to be really gory. I don't like. I hate gore. Like I love scary movies, but I hate gore. I could not make it through Hostel or what's another or something like Saw. I couldn't do it.
Oh, Saw's brutal.
I can't do gore. I think I fainted during Jigsaw. That scene with the buckets. I actually think I closed my eyes, but it was worse to not look. So then.
That's when you know the sound design's good.
Just crazy. So I think, and then there's this scene in the Friday the 13th remake where the RC guy gets thrown like onto a pitch axe and then the car drives away. I think I would like something like that to happen to me.
You want to be hung, drawn and quartered.
I think there's a part of me that wants to be this really arsey character, which isn't that far from who I really am. And I get my comeuppance.
The Malvolio.
My comeuppance by
yeah.
getting absolutely slaughtered onto something. Like, it would be like fall out of a window onto a drain pipe. Just the ultimate gross.
Oh, so I tell you, I know you have not watched Hot Fuzz, but you will enjoy it.
What would your preferred way to die be?
Ooh, I've always loved the lassie who gets cut in half by the garage door in
Scream.
in
Why?
Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, why did I say it like that? It's just Scream.
Yeah.
I take it back.
I think that's quite cunt for me.
Yeah, because it's gross, but it's like quite.
I want to
like,
get cut in half.
It's really helpless, isn't it? You're just it's so stupid.
It's pretty pathetic, and I think I'd like that, or like I said, first zombie to go down, maybe on the toilet, something like that. Really embarrassing.
Oh my god, there's a great
compromising position.
That scene in Sleepaway Camp 2 where the girl gets stabbed in the back and then jacked down the toilet.
Yeah.
Shout out to Angela Baker. See, this is what I'm talking about. 80s movie had all the soul. Remember Mother's Day where the mother was killed with the breastplate? Fucking brilliant.
I know.
Tell me one creative kill that's happened. And as of late, I went to go see that Heart Eyes with that guy from Scream. And it was about the killer, the Valentine's Day killer. And it was good. Like, it was very, very big, action packed. But I get like it was funny. And I think it was a very comedy horror through the lens of being a Gen Z.
Well, I think on the note of Gen Z comedy horror, I watched the Trixie and Catcher review, or watch Fear Street Prom Queen the other day, which has got some unbelievably gory, like blades to the face, paper guillotine cutting off both hands, which I thought you might enjoy if you want to get into that. And it's also got the lassie from Gerald's Game in it.
Oh.
So I thought I was going to pass on that recommendation. So I say
fun.
all that to say, go watch. You've been watching Netflix. Please go watch Fear Street Prom Queen. And would you like to give them one movie recommendation?
Please, if you have any time in your day, go watch Mother's Day.
You've lost them.
Just go watch Mother's Day.
You've lost
1980. No, they're still watching. It's not done.
They were never watching in the first
Can I
place.
finish my sentence? Mother's Day, 1980, directed by Charles Kaufman. It's on Shudder, right? That's where we had to watch it.
Shudder.
Yeah. And it's really fun, really lively. It's everything our movie should be. It's also Eli Roth's favorite scary movie. Director of Hostel, Knock Knock, and The Green Inferno.
All right.
And I say all that to say thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. This is the final episode. We are absolutely scanted.
I'm Ellie Toft.
And I'm Euan John Kinlock. And we now have to tidy all of this equipment away. So thoughts and prayers, please, guys. And it's been a pleasure.
It's been really good, hasn't it? And I
gorgeous.
could have asked anyone to do it better with, and I'm never going to see you again. Stupid slut.
You going to bury me under the floorboards?
I sure am. And they've just been freshly painted, so nobody's going to go near them for 22 years.
I know, that polythene paint is going to really stifle the smell of my decaying body.
What is the guy's name? Because I keep going to say Dennis Nylon, but that's the weird fashion guy from A Simple Favor. What's his name?
Who?
The guy.
What guy?
From the David Tennant mass murderer person.
Des Nielsen.
Dennis Nylon. That's the gay name.
Dennis Nylon.
Although he was gay.
That's a drag king. Dennis Nylon. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
He's highly flammable. He does a lot of pyrotechnics. Stop.
It's over.
We need to go. It's over.
IVAH.
I'm taking off.
Side of a father.
An Audible production.